But I don't think it's going to be too bad. Let's go ahead and get this guy done. The hard part's done. We got a circle already. Now we just got to add some jelly beans. We're going to add some jelly beans right now. So we're going to go right here. And we're going to draw one jelly bean. See, there's a jelly bean. That's all it is. A little bigger, but the right shape. Okay, and then on the other side, we're going to draw another jelly bean. Same thing, just going the other way. So far, it's only been as technical as drawing two jelly beans. So it's like an oval with a dent in it. Yeah. Quit saying I can't, because you'll be right eventually. You absolutely, the jelly bean just is not happening for you today. Run it back here real fast, and I'll help you with it, but no, don't do that. I'm going to get that up. I don't want that. Yours are fine. You got one? Yeah, close enough.
I have one, but I can't do it.
Close enough. All right, guys, next step. In the little top part right up here, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. There's a little undercut right there where it's like the eyes cut out. We're just going to come in here, and we're going to put, it's like a little crescent moon shape. We're just going to put one right there and one right there. Yeah, it looks like just a little cutout. That's all it is right at the top. And there's more details on the eye, but we're not going to do that stuff till later. Because right now we need to draw a pickle. We like drawing pickles apparently, because this will make the second pickle we drew. Just like we drew a pickle on that one, we're going to draw a pickle on this one. Same shape exactly. So you can start with that big smiley face down near the bottom of your page. I turn it this way because it's easier for my hand to go that way. I'm going to just draw a big old smiley face parallel to the bottom of my circle. And it's a pretty big smiley face. This is fairly large. Then I'm going to, when I get to the end, I'm going to bring it up and curve it around. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to bring it up and curve it around like that. And then I'm going to connect the two with the line that just comes off of this one, goes down a little bit, and comes back up to the other side. So we got a big old pickle. Don't draw that too dark because we got to draw teeth over it eventually. So I have to have it dark enough that you can see it. And for some reason it just went haywire on you with that pickle. You can bring it back here and we can fix it real quick, because that one's a pretty easy fix usually. Unless you drew it upside down or sideways or something. And if that's the case, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Yes. Have fun. Did you guys actually get a ski, or you just go to a meeting? Have fun. That's good. All right, next thing we're going to put on here is a great big tongue. And this is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to make a little bump and then go way down. So I'm going to make a little bump, and then I'm going to go way down and start at the curve. See that little bump I made right there? So it's like a giant letter S with a little top and a big bottom right there. Now I'm going to bring this around this way. I'm going to bring it back up to the mouth. I'm going to come around. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to come back around, come back up to the mouth right there and stop for right now. And I turn my paper upside down because, like I say, it's easier for my hand to go that way. Instead of trying to draw like this and go back up, some people can do that, but that's awkward for my hand, so that's why I don't do that. Now let's finish this tongue out. Does anybody need more time just to get that part on? Raise your hand if you do. Okay, don't see any hands. Now we're going to go just to the left of this one right here, and we're going to make that little bum shape right on the top like that. And then we're going to bring another one over here and bring it over here to that part of the tongue. So we put that little bum sticking out. And then that center part, bring it down just a little bit past the bottom of your first circle there. Then we have some erasing we need to do, so that tongue doesn't look like it's transparent. Because right now it looks like a see-through tongue, which would be really weird. But I'd kind of like to see that. But anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and erase that original circle out of there so it's not making our tongue look like it's see-through. Reestablish my line. Part of what makes this drawing fun is the exaggerated features, like a tongue that's extra long. That helps. Okay, now we're going to move to the top and put two antennas on it. So come right above this eye right here, like this little part of that eye. Just come up and make a big curved line that comes around and stops. And come over here on this side, right above this eye, and we're going to make the same shape going the other way. Big curving antenna that comes up, comes down and stops, just like that. Don't overthink it. Yep, that'll work. All right, now we've got to put the other side of that antenna on there. And all you got to do that is put a parallel line that comes around this. So we're going to start right here and just carefully go around, keeping it parallel to the line that we just drew. And stop when you get to the end and come over here to the other side and do the same thing on this side. And some people might look at those antennas at first and go, oh, that's hard to do, but it's really not if you just take it one step at a time. You're just drawing basically, if you've ever drank a Coke, you got a letter C and it's shorter at the top and longer at the bottom, it's kind of like a letter on the Coca-Cola sign. Now we'll finish this antenna off by putting like a little teardrop shape on the end. So we just come right down here and make a little teardrop shape and come right back up. Come down here, make a little teardrop shape and come right back up. That's all it is. A little bulb on the end of the antenna. And they don't have to be perfect, it's a monster. Just close, that's all. And now for my favorite part, the teeth. I like this part because I think it's fun. The only thing I gotta remind you of is when we go to draw these teeth, let me show you, they're big, thick, fat teeth, right? Those are not little bitty fangs. That's what we're gonna do first. These are little bitty, but we'll do those later. We're gonna do the fangs. So when you draw that fang, see how big that is? Don't draw a fang that looks like this. That's an anorexic, sickly looking fang, okay? So make sure that when we do it, it's a big old fang. So we're going to start right here and curve it up. Come above the line, go over here, bring it up to a point. Big old tooth. Not that little squiggy thing over here. You're sitting there going, you're making fun of poor fangs. Yep, I am. The other one's a little trickier because we go behind the tongue. Actually, it's easier because you got less you got to draw. And you curve up the same way, and that part's behind the tongue, and then we just bring this back down to the mouth. Just like that. And now we got two big fangs. That right now look like they're clear and you can see through them, but we'll fix that later. That's a little sickly, fat, skinny thing.
Oh, look at my tongue. It's like on the opposite side.
This goes right here.
There's a little bit.
Yeah, well, I put it in the middle. I don't know what to tell you.
I tried.
Move it over. That's simple. You have an eraser.
That's a lot of eraser to erase.
Yep. Next time, pay attention to the middle. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Shh. Next fang. These ones go out a little ways, so we're going to come over here to the left of this, right there, and we're going to bring this over this way. So we're going to go out a little bit to the side, and then it's going to come back behind this other tooth like that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to bring this one out past, and it goes kind of out past the edge of the circle. Now these won't be exactly perfect like the person that drew it did it. Won't be exactly like hers, but it's close enough. We just got to make sure they fit in there, that's all. Now this is why it's so important to remember to erase lines. Right now those look like see-through teeth. Okay, and it's kind of confusing because we got lines all over the place on that thing. And we need to make sure that the teeth look like they're in front of the mouth instead of invisible. So we have to come in here and erase out anything inside the fangs. Erase these lines out, and then it will look like the fangs are in front of the mouth instead of like little see-through fangs. And a lot of times when I grade your papers, you guys forget to do this part. And I'm like, come on, man. You can see you got a line going right through your tooth. What you doing? You're like, you're killing me, Smalls. Use your eraser. I do not like that line. I'm gonna fix it. So if you got those four fangs drawn, the hardest part of this drawing is now complete. So if you're okay to this point, everything else is really, really easy. Like, really easy. Okay, does anybody need more time with the fangs before I move on? Raise your hand if you do. Okay, all right, there's a few of you. I'll give you a second. Oh, I didn't even see the spaceship down in the corner till now with a little alien cow or something hanging. Oh, it's a cow getting beamed up in a spaceship. That's what I'm talking about right there. I didn't see that little spaceship beaming up the cow. We're not going to draw that part, but that's kind of cool now that I noticed it. I like it. So this next part, if you can count to 6 or to count to 3 twice, you're going to be all right. I'm asking a lot, I know. All right, here we go. We're going to go and put 3 teeth over here and 3 teeth over here. So we're going to start in the middle. 1 tooth. Right there like that. There's 1. There's 2. And here's number 3. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's all the harder it is. She actually did a better job than I did because she has more space between her fangs. Now, some of you might have a narrower space like I did, and you might only be able to get a couple teeth in there, but try to get 6 if you can. The important thing is we don't have like 10 teeth going across between them. We don't want that. Does anybody need more time on the teeth? Raise your hand so I know. Okay, all right. I'll give you a second to get caught up there. Alrighty then, let's come down here, and I don't know why other than it's a monster, so we're going to put an eye on its tongue. So we're going to come down here at the bottom of our tongue. We're going to put a circle about the size of a quarter. Roughly the size of a quarter. That is a terrible circle. I'm going to have to do that again. Draw a light, see if I can do a better job this time. Yep. All right, close enough. And in the middle of that one, we're going to put another one about the size of a little pea. We made a fat donut. This is the opposite of a skinny, sickly-looking thing. This is a fat donut. If you got a skinny donut and you do something like this, that's messed up. Okay. And I'm going to make one little tiny adjustment on this donut. We have the pupil in the middle. This one, they colored it in all black, but I'm going to leave a little tiny circle on it for a shine. I'm actually going to color this in black. I'll do it right now, and then I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see it a little better. I want a little tiny shine on the eye, like that. Yep. What's what? Except this one's perfect. This one curves this way. Instead of this way, it curves out this way and that way. Okay?
Oh.
Just backwards on the curve. Everything else looks good.
At least I caught it when I did my tongue.
Yep, it looks better. It's in the center. Okay, and this tongue has some stuff dripping off of it like saliva or blood or something. So we're going to add some of that. We're going to just do one at a time. We're going to come down this side and go down, go around, and come back up, and then curve over before we touch the tongue. Go down and do another one. It's a little bit longer. Let's just stop right there. I'll have you draw those two. It's just like a little drip coming off. You got to kind of visualize that in your head. What's it going to go? Wide to skinny to wide with a teardrop on the end. So it's wide, skinny, wide. Now we'll put a little teeny short one on here. It just goes down a little bit like that. And then another great big long one that's going to go down further than any of them. I'm exaggerating this one, making it a little bit bigger just because it's easier to draw that way. So she drew it the hard way and did a great job. I'm going to make it a little easier and just make it a little bigger. Okay. And she has one more drop coming off right here. So we'll just put one more drop coming off right there. If it's hard for you to see, I'll just hold that up a little bit closer. There you go. Focus, camera. Get that out of the way. Oh, nice and focused now. I need to fix my tongue right there because it looks screwy. Okay, with the eyeball, let's have a little fun. Put little veins coming on it. So you start at the edge. I'm going to zoom this in. You start at the edge of your eyeball and come in with a squiggly line. Then maybe a little other one kind of wise out. Another little squiggly line. We're not going to do exactly like hers. I just want you to learn to do the squiggly lines. Some will Y and some won't. You just kind of use your own discretion on that. So it's like the blood veins in your eye kind of thing. Hold that up. It's nice and in focus now. Those are always a nice little touch when you're doing kind of a gross little tongue. Or an eye. Not a tongue, an eye. Excuse me. Looking at a tongue, talking about an eye. And she put two little shines on this tongue. There's one right here. And makes a teardrop shape like that. There's one right here. Going the opposite way, makes a little teardrop shape like that. Are you drawing with your behind? Turn around. That's a pretty good skill, but not appropriate. You need you turned around. All right, two little shines on the tongue. And now we're going to put just a few little details on this here face. And it's got, I'm assuming these are like scratch marks or texture or something. So we're going to come over here, put a couple little lines right there like that. There's three little lines. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Three little scratch marks right there. A lot of them in threes on this one. Kind of where the nose would be, a couple of little ones right here, three of them. I shouldn't say a couple, I should say three, because all of these are in threes. And then way above the eye towards the top, leave some room down here because we've got some other stuff we got to do, but up here, a couple of them on the top, and then one more underneath it, and then same thing over here. And I kind of follow the curve. You know, instead of making those perfectly straight, I kind of do that on purpose, just so it looks like it should be there. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more lines and we're done. So this one just follows the shape of the top of the eye and it just comes around right here, forms like a little brow. Then there's a space, and then a big one goes around this side and stops right there. So you're just following the shape of the eye. Okay, you're doing the exact same shape with a parallel line, just putting a break in it. We're going to do something similar over here, except we're only going to go right here, and then bring another one that comes right up here. I'm just going to have 2 lines on that side instead of 3. Why not? Need some variety in life. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody on that, because you're just basically doing a parallel line to this line right here, so parallel line. And then the bottom eyelid right here, again, parallel line to the eye. Come over here, little parallel line to the eye. And as far as the line drawing goes, we're done with that part. All we got to do now is color this part in black, this part in black, right here, right here, right here, and right here. And it's a done deal. So I'm going to start with my mouth and go around the edges. Once you're finished, you can free draw once you put your paper in the back. But you have to get this all good and black first. Actually, put that up like that so I can make it easier to color it. And I'll just bet when I look at these, most of them are going to look just fine. take your time when you do this black part, it really makes them turn out nice. But if you hurry and scribble through it, and have lots of white showing through, it makes your drawing actually look worse. You don't want white showing through. For those of you that were absent the last day or two, the videos from yesterday and the day before are downloading right now. When I finish this drawing, I will put them on your canvas. Hopefully they'll be done downloading, I hope. At least one of them should be. But they will both be on there for sure by this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get them on there before class is even over. Always a ring at the phone. Hello, Mr. Adams. Let me check. No. Bye. All right, so mouth is done, then you come up and do the same thing with the eye, but in the eye, be careful that you don't color in that little cutout at the top. And there it is, all done.